So we just got 6 new preview images for episode 8 of One Punch Man Season 3. And also not to forget an official synopsis of the episode itself. And not gonna lie, I would say this looks pretty promising. Yes, I know. Have you not learned your lesson? Episode 5 still frames, those really highly drawn, detailed quality still frames of Garo, Gyoro, Orochi, all of them. But then when the episode actually got released, it ended up being one of the most disappointing one, even though it is one of the most anticipated episode of One Punch Man for a lot of fans, me included. But in this case, all of these 6 new preview images aren't really as detailed as the previous one. Yes, I'm coping here, and yes, I'll be dropping a mega copium video tomorrow. Not those kind of goodness video because I'll probably going to make a separate one for that. But yes, everyone, please look forward to the mega copium video that I'll release tomorrow. But yes, everyone, let's leave that for tomorrow. Without further ado, let's take a look at the actual official synopsis of the episode itself. So here it is, the official synopsis of episode 8. Waiting for the flash of light that rush underground were the gale wind and the inferno flame. Though they hail from the same village, the two have become monsters and become disaster level dragons, throwing aside their ninja pride and launching a deadly attack together. First of all, flashy flash, not flashy light. Next one, hellfire flame, not inferno flame. I mean, like, both of these names is pretty much being direct translated from the actual anime website itself. And let's take flashy flash as an example. His name that is written in kanji is Senko no Furashi. And if we actually take that name and actually take a look at its meaning, it actually says flash of light. So that is pretty much why in the actual anime website itself it says flash of light instead of flashy flash. Same goes for hellfire flame. In kanji, his name is written Goka no Furame, while if you actually search it up, it does say hellfire or flames of hell, in which it can kind of translate it to inferno flame, but yeah, there's that. But enough of this useless information, let's actually take a look at the 6 new preview images of episode 8. Right, as for the first preview image, we got hellfire flame holding some kind of a flaming sword. Next up, we got gale wind, obviously looking as gorgeous as always. Next up, we got flashy flash. This looks pretty good. I really like this image. Compared to the other few preview images, this is pretty much my favorite one. Next up, we also got another image of flashy flash. Again, pretty much an indicator of this episode is going to be mostly about him versus gale wind and hellfire flame. Next up, we got what seems to be like hellfire flame and also gale wind pretty much cornering flashy flash. And then as for the last one, we got gale wind and hellfire flame pretty much looking like they are welcoming flashy flash in the Monster Association. Alright, now with that being said, let's take a look at each frame one by one. Let's actually analyze it detail by detail and also compare it to the manga. Alright, as for the first frame of hellfire flame, compared to the manga, I'm not really a big fan of the anime version. It seems like his face shape is a bit skinny. Again, compared to the manga version, I like the manga version more. It added a lot more emotions compared to the anime version. In the anime version, it looks like he is a bit off model compared to what he looks like, specifically this frame. But again, this particular frame looks a bit off model, and it's pretty questionable why they used this particular one, because why didn't they have any animation director correcting this one? Because again, compared to the manga, his face shape looks a lot different in the anime version, but I hope he won't look like this in the entirety of the episode. Next up, we got gale wind, and to be honest, there's really nothing much that is different other than the way his eyes is being drawn in the anime version. Yes, obviously the collarbones is not as detailed as it is in the manga version, but something that is more important is the way his eyes is being drawn here. I will argue that the manga version has more of gale wind character compared to the anime version, and also the fact that the headband he is wearing is a bit smaller, and it kind of gives off the illusion of the headband itself is being placed further away from gale wind's eyes, making his eyes a bit smaller in the anime version. Again, I'm not sure if it's just me being schizo or anything like that, but you can definitely see the difference between both of these frames. Again, nothing too major. Some people probably wouldn't even notice that, but let's move on to the next frame. So we have a frame of flashy flash, and I would argue I love the anime version more than the manga version. I love what they're doing with the angle here. While it still does give off the same vibe as the manga version, I would argue that this one particular frame actually looks really good. good. I love the lens flare that is being placed there as well. Again, added a lot more into the scene itself. And I really hope that this particular scene is a full-on Sakuga animated scene rather than him just standing up like that, posing, and it's just a still frame. Well, obviously that is probably going to be the case, but I do have tons of hopium and copium for this episode alone. First of all, it is a full-on action-packed episode, and Takashi Hashimoto did say there's some few episodes that they have poured their soul into it. So in this case, I'm kind of hyped for this episode. I know tons of people has already lost their hopes after episode 5 release, but I'm not sure about you, but I still have tons of hopium and copium inside me. Maybe because I have consumed tons of slop this season. But hey, this frame in particular looks really good, and I hope for the best for this one. Next one, we got another frame of Flashy Flash. This is probably before the fight or probably after the fight ended. I can't really find any exact panel from the manga, but again, he looks on model for this one, so if I need to pull out any single comparison for the manga, there's only this two that has pretty much the same angle, but I'm not sure which one of them this is. But yeah, my point still stands. He is still on model, and hopefully that will be the case for the entirety of the episode. Next up, another frame of Flashy Flash, and this one we can kind of see Hellfire Flame and also Galwin in the background. I'm pretty sure this is them cornering Flashy Flash, but in manga I can't really find the exact same frame, but it's probably part of the sequence where they're attacking Flashy Flash. Hopefully there's still going to be these kind of panels in the actual anime itself. It's always fun and it's always refreshing to see some new way of portraying the fights in the anime itself. Hopefully this won't be the only original scene that will take place in the anime adaptation. Again, I'm pretty positive that Nagai will again be storyboarding this episode as well, maybe with another person helping him in terms of the action part of the episode. Overall, can't really say much on this. It is pretty much going to be a moving frame, an animated one, thank god. But yeah, next up for the final frame, we got Galwin and also Hellfire Flame. I'm pretty sure this is when they first meet Flashy Flash, and compared to the manga, I would say they lost a lot of that aura that they have in the manga. But what I'm kind of surprised is the fact that they didn't use those neon light or those color palette that they've always used for like entrance or like whenever the character is thinking. This in particular, they didn't actually use it, which is a blessing. The big difference between anime and the manga version is definitely how Hellfire Flame is being drawn. In the manga version, his body is a bit bulkier than what it is being shown in the anime version. The way he is facing to the front more than he was in the manga definitely played a major role that made his body a bit smaller in the anime as well. But yeah, those are basically it. Those are the 6 new preview images of episode 8, and I have a special video coming out tomorrow about the hopium and copium for this episode. And no, it's not the goodness video, so please look forward to it. Those are basically it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.